Hello people, what is up? There's a lot up actually. I am just coming back from the doctor, and today I am 7 weeks and 4 days pregnant. So I was not sure whether or not I was gonna vlog any of it, especially not right now, and but I decided that I can make the video anyway, and if I decided I don't want to put it up, then I won't. But here is our 7-week 4-day-old little baby in utero. Nice strong heartbeat. I have yet to tell or make any kind of announcements. I'm not gonna say anything to anybody at this point. I just don't, it's still early. I wanted to wait for the ultrasound just to check and see if everything was going well, because I have been struggling with, vaginal bleeding. Maybe TMI for some people, but I've been struggling with bleeding for a few years, actually, maybe 3 years. In between, I think for that first year, it was right after I had my IUD removed. I literally just bled nonstop for months and months and months. And then it got to the point where it would stop for a couple days here and there, some months. But for the most part, I've just been consistently bleeding. This last year, it's a little less constant, but it's still frequently enough. I get a month here and there where I might not have any bleeding, but for the most part, right at about the halfway point in my cycle, I start bleeding. And then I bleed all the way until after the time of the month, the following month, until that period again. And then sometimes I'll spot for a little bit, then I won't for a few days, and that's why it's just been nonstop. So I've been going back and forth to the doctor. They've not been able to find anything. I've had ultrasounds and blood work, and they're coming up with options that I'm just not that I'm not doing. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's hormone imbalance. So the last few months I've been, taking supplements. I actually did some kits to look at hormones and find out that some months my progesterone is low, and other months, well, all the time, my estrogen is really, really, really high. So I've been trying to do things naturally to get my hormones balanced. And I'm thinking, well, if my hormones are out of whack, if I can balance them, maybe it'll stop the bleeding in between cycles. Well, in the midst of all of this little miracle right here happened. So yeah, so I am 41 years old with a 21, almost 22-year-old and a 17-year-old baby, and I'm having another baby, God willing. So I don't, again, really, I'm not really saying anything much to people. Well, by the time this video is actually up, if I even put it up, I probably will have said something at that point, because what will be the point in saying I'm not telling anybody and then I go post a video on YouTube? But yeah, that's one of the big things, really, really big things that's going on right now. I think I'm gonna wait a couple I'm gonna wait at least until I get out of the first trimester. and before I say anything, I think, because then at least the risk for miscarriage and stuff drops significantly. Now, that doesn't mean nothing could happen, but the risks will be much better. You know, it'll be a much lower risk, and I feel a bit more comfortable saying anything. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I don't know, I'm just still kind of wrapping my head around this whole thing. And this is the first time that I've been pregnant where I actually kind of have symptoms. I never had symptoms or anything with the other two. Now, of course, I was in my 20s with them. This one, I feel a little less bloated now than I had the last few weeks, but I do feel bloated, and I can't eat as much, but then I feel sick if I don't eat. When I start to feel a little hungry, going to the bathroom all the time. And just that bloated feeling. The other thing too is I haven't been sleeping very good. Like, my sleeping has not been comfortable. This example today, I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning. Or no, 3 o'clock in the morning. No, 2. I woke up at 2. And couldn't fall back to sleep, so I was just kind of browsing on my phone for a little while. And then around 4 o'clock, I shut the phone off to try to fall asleep again. And then I got up at 7:15. It's my off day. But I've not did, and I wake up around that time, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, every single day. Now, the last 2 days, I will say that I have not been having to get up to use the bathroom like I have been the last few weeks. So I had to get up 2 times at least through the night to use the bathroom. The last 2 days, I haven't had to get up, at least not in the middle of the night. I've been able to go a little bit longer without having to go to the bathroom, but I think I've been drinking a little bit less water too, or I've been stopping earlier because trying to avoid that. So I guess it's working. But yeah, this is crazy. It's crazy. So it's going to be very interesting the next few months around here. I do have some other good news announcements, but I'm going to save that for another video. We're pregnant, and yeah, we're gonna have another baby in May. Wow.